Now, you've talked a little bit about posture, but let's dive in a little bit deeper. You've sort of defined it, but let's redefine posture and why is that so important to functional movement?
Okay, so first of all, posture typically it refers mainly to the alignment of your spine, right? So, and the spine is really what's that's your nervous system. I mean, it's not your actual nervous system. It's the part of your skeletal system that on which your nervous system depends, right? So we have to protect our nervous system, and so posture is alignment of the spine, and and the place where so here's a good question. Like we talk about posture, and we've said that it's the alignment of the spine, and we often talk about good posture. And a lot of times, like we know that good posture tends to be when you're straight, right? Or your spine is relatively straight. It's neutral, meaning that it's in the middle. So why is the middle the right place for you to be? Right? That's the question. And the reason is that when you're not in flexion, you're not in extension, right? You're in the middle. That's where you're safest. Because think about it, when you're at an extreme range of motion, right? Like take any of your joints, if you're at an extreme end range of a joint's function, that's where you're most likely to get injured, right? If you're in the middle, that's where you're safest, because that's where you have the most room for error, in the middle, right? It's a little bit like if you were standing way up on a little platform up in the air. Where do you want to be standing on that little tiny platform? You want to be in the middle, right? So all these joints, you want them stacked on top of each other and neutrally aligned, meaning in the middle. So one, it's the safest. Two, also, is that the transfer of energy is going to be best when everything is neutrally aligned in the middle, right? So when you have a long, straight, neutral spine, which you see typically for most sports, athletes do really well. They're doing that because it's safe and the transfer of energy is easiest like that. So it's about efficiency and safety, really.